It's fair to say that Sunday's performance against Colwyn Bay wasn't exactly a classic, Anthony, but your side got the job done, a 1-0 win and into the Welsh Cup final.
Yeah, I think that's what it's about. I mean, we highlighted that before the game, that it was an absolute banana skin of a game. I think they're a very good side, showing who they've beaten. Cardiff met Connors Quay, so they've already had 2 Welsh Premier League scouts. And the way they play and the pressure that they put you under, we're more than happy with the 1-0 win. And I think no one probably remembers the performance as much in a semi-final game, but they remember whether you get to the final or not. So I think if you look over games in Europe, cup games, league games, how many you play well, how many you don't play well, you've got to make sure that at certain times during the season you get the job done and get through, and that's what we did with that. So we were more than happy with the 1-0 win, and credit to the players to get that through and to put us into the final.
Yeah, well, the result means that the double is very much on. As you just mentioned, the final is to come at the end of April. What would it mean to yourself and the players to lift both trophies this season?
Well, yeah, I think we set our targets at the start of the season to improve on the league from where we were. So we finished second last season by a narrow margin. We wanted to try and push on and try and go one better this season. We've certainly done that. We had our targets in Europe as well to improve on the season before. We've also, I feel like we've done that as well. And what we want to do is, being the holders of the cup competition, which is a very prestigious cup competition that we take seriously, we want to try and win every competition that we go into. So yeah, look, that's a big game for us. It is a few games away, and we do certainly want to concentrate on these next 7 games in the league, but we'll be thinking about that game as well, and keeping an eye on Pennybon and what they're doing, and we've had great games against them so far, so I'm sure it'll be a good game.
Turning our attention to Friday night now and the visit to Newtown, they're still a side with lots to play for and still very much in the hunt for European football. We've played them twice already this season, winning 4-1 on the opening day and 2-0 here at Park Hall last November, but what are you expecting them to bring this time around?
Yeah, I mean, what I'd probably say there is the 2 games probably didn't really show the scoreline. Probably suggested they were easier than what they were. Even though the 4-1 win away, I think it was 1-1 at half time. They'd scored just before half time and really took us to the wire that game. We kicked on a little bit second half and scored a couple of good goals. And even in the home game, I think it was quite close at half time. They definitely could have scored, and then we kicked on in the second half, scoring 2 goals. So always well organised, very good tactically. I think they do tend to change their shape sometimes when we play them. And I think they've got attacking threats in the team. Williams, their top scorer, I think they're the winger as well, Thumper, who plays, who's very good. So they've got areas that they can definitely exploit us at as well. We're very aware of them. We've worked on them this week, and we're looking forward to playing them, but I think it's going to be a very difficult game Friday.
Newtown were in action last night, actually, losing 2-1 at home to Pennybon. Did you follow or pay any attention to that result, or is it simply just about concentrating on the stuff you can influence in your own team?
Yeah, no, listen, we always watch all the games that the opposition play. We normally do 3 games before any opposition that we play. We watch those games and make sure that we've got an idea of the tactical elements of that team, the players who are available and playing in their style and shape. I think sometimes, though, it's more important to watch when that team played you as well, because then you can get an idea of how they play against you as well. But yeah, Newtown, listen, I think it was a difficult one for them last night. I think it was quite a tight game with set plays deciding it, really. So yeah, I think they'll be definitely keen to get back on track this Friday and feel like it's sort of probably a free hit for them to come here and have a right go at us and try and improve on the scoreline after good performances that they played against us. So yeah, it'll be a difficult one, and I think Tuesday can sometimes, then you might say, oh, it's harsh on them playing Tuesday and then playing as Friday, but sometimes they can just roll into that game without maybe going on the training pitch as much. So there's fors and against, I think.
The title is already mathematically secured, of course, and was presented here following the Pennybon game last time out. With 6 games still to go in the league campaign, though, how do you, and will it be a challenge to keep the players focused for those 6 games? Yeah,
I don't think it will be. It hasn't been so far, even though before it was mathematically possible, we still had a decent lead. The players are hungry, they want to get better. There's still good competition for places as well. And we've gone in with the mindset of finishing strong and finishing the season strong. We want to try and get as many points as we can. We want to try and win all our home games as well. We've won every one apart from one. So we'll be on the front foot Friday night and wanting to try and get all 3 points.
I know the players have been training this morning, but how have the preparations been going throughout the week generally?
Yeah, they've been good. I mean, it's slightly different because we had a Sunday game. We had a little bit more prep last week, which was good, so we were able to prep for that game. And having got through that, we had to rest and recover a few bodies, but back to it yesterday and then today training again. So yeah, we'll be ready and raring to go for that game.
And finally, Anthony, the question we always ask, what's the injury and availability situation looking like for Friday night's game?
Yeah, good. Well, listen, we couldn't put obviously all the players on the bench for the weekend, but John Routledge is back available, Blaine Hudson's back available as well. Keston Davies unfortunately is suspended, so we've got a couple of players back in, which has been good. They've been training over the last couple of weeks and will be ready to go, but apart from Keston, everyone else is available.